I am Pulem Mulebatsi. This is the home of good news. It is indeed stories untold. With social media playing such a huge role in influencing the lives of young people, it's important that we highlight and bring forward organizations and platforms that are founded to empower and nourish young people. Today we focus at an NGO, Mocha Foundation in Heidelberg, and the work that they do. Let's go straight into that story.
Today's session we are going to be doing e-behavior. I know we've done it before, but I just want to emphasize on how important it is, because behavior is a reflection of your thoughts, it's a reflection of your behavior, and it also becomes a habit.
We met with this amazing young woman.
My name is Priti Kekana, a psychology graduate. I'm currently doing my post-diploma in business management. I'm a certified life coach, and I'm also a registered HR professional.
This young community hero allowed her upbringing to inform her choices in life. She told us how it all started.
I am the founder of Mocha Teens. Mocha Teens is an organization that works with young people, and we are based in Ratanda. I was born in a very small town called Frankfurt in the Free State. I spent the first 10 years of my life there. I then later on moved in with my mom when I was 10 years. And I've been part of this community since then. I'm still based here, and I did leave to go stay in Joburg when I was at varsity, but then I later came back because I wanted to come and make a difference. I wanted to come work with young people to offer the things that we never had growing up. My mother, she's a teacher. She's also she's a young lady that, well, she's not that young anymore. She grew up in extreme poverty as well, but she motivates me so much. She inspires me because she took a decision that she wants to change the family narrative. You know, she went to University College back then to further her studies, and that's when she became a qualified teacher. And through that, our family changed a lot, you know, because then we started getting a lot of hope. But in my early ages, I didn't have a relationship with my mother.
Priti held on to hope while growing up under her grandmother's care in very difficult conditions.
I didn't understand why she wasn't there when I was going through so much poverty. I didn't understand, you know, I blamed her so much. I was angry at her, you know, so we struggled so much to have a relationship, you know. I only started having a relationship with my mother when I think it was in grade 11, when I was also going through a lot of emotional things. So she was there for me, supporting me, taking me to counseling, and that's when we started connecting, and now we are very close. She's always there, you know, trying to ensure that I am mentally fit, because it's a thing that I struggled a lot with. You know, she was the one that helped me with overcoming the self-confidence issues that I had, you know, and it's partly because of her that I didn't give up, because I've had thoughts of suicide growing up, but I didn't, because of the love that she had for me and her openness, you know. So she created that safe environment.
Priti's mom let us in on how her daughter ended up with all of these challenges that contributed to who she is today.
So because ke ne ke nyetswe se qualified, ke le ka bona ho le molemo re khutile sekolong ke qualified studies tsaka ka biksia pretty le mme, and then life ya high mo ke ne ke bona fela ka dinepe ke le ka qualified diploma tsaka ka khutla ka tla Heidelberg ka batla post. So ha se ke le mo ka bona menyetla e mengata education e ka hare ho Gauteng more than Free State, ke mo ke le ka decide hore ke mpe ke ola ta Priti a tlo bala ka mo a fumane better education. Financially ke ne qala ho ba beterenyana. ntho e la frustrate haholo e ke nanang e la cause depression ke hore o la busetswa morao ka class 2 while she was starting to learn grade 6 ba ile ba mkhotisa grade 3 ke mo ke leng ka bona a le frustrated a le mtelele feta bana ba bang and then o la bala ka thata mo ke mona achiever abnormally hore maybe nalwanela hore ha se thakatsa ha etsa a balane tsona ke ka ho ana etsa hore di marks tsa always di be better ska ba le mo aka fail in 10th class.
A degree in psychology was Pretty's way of coming to terms with what she went through as a child.
Ke ne ke sa utlwisise hore why a tshwantse etsa psychology man Pretty as an outspoken person o thotse because psychology ke motho tshwantseng a ye ho batho a lo buisana le batho a fumane di-problems tsa batho so ne ke ipoza hore o tlo etsa jwang mosebetsi because na include le communication ka hare therefore tshwantse ile kopana le di-companies tse ding a kopane le batho ba different ba na le di-ideas tse different and ke soka ke moutlwa a bua hore how fluent she is or how good she is because always Pretty ha bue ne le motho dulang a bala ne le motho a dulang a ngola na sabui.
You know, growing up, our grandparents, they never that open with us to explain the type of life we're living and why we're living like that. And when I was experiencing that anger growing up, I did not get assisted, you know, and it later on reflected again in my teenage years. That is part of what the things that also motivated me to come and help young people so that they don't struggle with it the way that I struggled with it. But the most thing that I'm more interested in, that I'm more passionate about is mental health issues in our Black communities because a lot of young people tend to resort to suicide, they resort to bullying because they don't understand what's happening and it's because of the childhood traumas. So I started Mucha so that we can have information told down to the young people where we're informing them about mental health issues, how they can identify the signs and to also deal with it because if you don't deal with it, it later on reflects again in your adulthood.
You will never be what you want to be if you don't work hard at it on a daily basis.
Ke mtlotlo ebile ke a leboha hore sa ileng a lo setsa sekolong simthuso ra ska khona thola mosebetsi because if mhlomana thono thola mosebetsi ka be le psychologist a etsa le communication na sa tlo khona ho etsa mosebetsi o etsang hona tje ho organization I developileng ka ba I creatileng so ke mtlotlo because o khona ho thusa di in need families o khona ho thusa bana o khona ho offer di bursaries ho bana o khona ho thusa di teen hore ba kgone ho understand the problems tse ba nang le tsona and o sebeletsa community ka matla.
Our quest to give you stories of our unsung heroes has taken us all the way to Heidelberg this week, where we focus on an NGO, Mocha Foundation, and the work that they do. In this particular segment, we look at those success stories that the organization has been able to achieve.
We were fortunate enough to visit the homes of some of Mocha's beneficiaries. Lebohang is one of those.
He's very close to my heart. He's a very young boy. His name is Lebohang Mokwena. He's still in high school, and he also has difficulty in terms of his family dynamics. But he was a child. I never thought he would still be with us, you know. But 3 years down the line, he's still with us. He's a child that had a lot of challenges. He was introduced to Dacha at an early age, you know, a lot of peer pressure, and he started dating early, engaging in sex at an early age. But he's transforming, you know, because he now understands that there's more to life, you know, that he can actually avoid all the things that he thought are important, the partying, you know. Now he's understanding that he's young and he needs to focus, he needs to work on his life.
And which led me to drugs. I heard about the program Mocha. And like I just thought like go senior na go ya mo. Kathola mtutlo convince which is my friend, my my latest friend or ke meeting early. So like anjui there's this program mocha. Then I attend a mo ki sure hore to enjoy a mo no matter what. When I zama. I tried, I took myself there, no nali class same day, and kaya mo, it was my first time. And then I get nervous. Abona nali familiar faces, I know, but tuba vele ni dula hang out albona ba albona. After the program, I went to see Spriti. Kamjuita kari, Spriti, I want to join the program. Like, I'm for real, I want to join the program. And which is, but la tusu. Laura kono twelan tutse wrong to kilita, just carry tracks.
Substance abuse affected the relationship Lebo had with his grandmother, who raised him since he was an infant.
Tselae anasale ka yona. Hone ho lebima ho nna. Jeska ke le nkgono wa hae. Ntate moholo na hlokofale. Ke le one. Hone ho lebima ka tsele makatsang. Nako nngwe o na fihla bosiu. Nako nngwe ra ke a fihle hoseng. Ke lekile ho lwana le yena. Ka ba ka re Lebo ha ke sa kgona ko wena ke bophelo ba hao. Se ke kgathetse jwale.
Mama wanted me to take my clothes. Kutlele homme waka o anangsia when I was young. And that made me change or at king. Mutom hudisite. And I'll just try. Or give him to our tlanguba or give a so that I could make her happy.
Tsatsile Lebo a fihla. Are mama. Wa tseba ke eng? Ke re ke tlo bontsha ntho engwe. Aya ka kamoreng atla a tshwere skipa sa mosha, tempo le kepisi. Ka di sheba. Are mama. Ke re ke tlo bontsha ke tsamaile. Ka kopana le bo Auspriti. Ba neletsa dikipa tse ke batla yena ke proof ya hore ko bontsha hore ke tlo lwantsha bophelo ba ka. Ke a tseba hore wa nrata, o ya all out for nna. Jwale bo Auspriti ba nnehetse ntho tse. Auspriti o nreketse dintho tse tsa mosha. Mama se ke tlo attenda di-class tsa teng. O la qhobeha, ha zanga ho be bebe hore ha ntsa attenda mo a tlohele dintho ka pelenyana. O la qhobeha jwalo ntsa attenda di-class tseo ka mbona di kgothalla haholo. Itse ha ke re ka bona phethoho ho yena e kgolo. Ka re ngwana yo ke a mbona wa change, ka bona le letlalo la hae le khutla. Ke mo itse nako ha ntse e qhobeha ne se re kgona ho qoqa le yena.
I'm making her happy because my life has changed. Everything with me is just going accordingly.
A lot of other parents whose teenagers are part of this program voice their confidence and gratitude in Pretty's work.
I'm so impressed about Mocha. Mocha is more open to our kids. Some of the things we wanted to discuss with them, but we just told ourselves they are still young. We can't discuss some of the things. But when they come from Mocha, they just come to us and explain. They teach us 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'm impressed. I love Mocha.
If it wasn't Mocha, I could take a big look at it. Because when we face the challenge, then I said, the book. Utolo ngwana o ya tswa ka ntlong ha go ya khutla mahlo a makhubedu ha o khusise go etsala batho mo chance ke ba approach ke botsa ke na le challenge ka ntlong ngwana ke wena mare ke ngwana thutseng ha bua but through mo chale bona ntse ba kena ba motivate ba khuthatsa ba khalemela ba holo ba khona ho ba khalemela mo la o bua le bona aside mo ntsha wa tseba ke na bo problem bothata bo je ka ntlong ba tlo khona mo bitsa ba le bang ba buele nna ha khuta tsa wena o tlo bona na le se a se gainne se a se fumane hona le khalemelo a e fitsa go feta yaka mo ke monna ke ba hodimo haholo ho bona ba tla ka level ya hae because nna ke motswadi ke batla dintho di etsahale fast ka tsela ya ka o to find ba santse mo nke step by step ho bona ka go ba easy haholo.
Sanibonani.
I decided that she should join Mucha because I think it will help her to be a well-rounded individual going forward.
Like many South African communities, Lesedi municipality truly needed the positive impact that Pretty's work is bringing.
Mental issues are a very serious concern and a very serious problem in our locality, and we appreciate the initiatives that are done by Pretty and an organization called Mucha, and by definition Mucha means young.
With every good work that each and every one of us do, there is no way it will go unnoticed. So in this particular segment, we look at how Mucha Foundation has been able to catch attention of prominent figures. But that's not all. We're also looking at educational platforms that they provide to young people.
How are you? Can I have there? On mental issues, indeed, we have seen her going around the schools, going around our area in general to try and assist in terms of getting those children getting counseling, removing them from drugs, because part of the issues that deals with the social ills, it's where our children are coming from. We've got many child-headed families in our area, and which becomes a problem. There is no father, there is no mother. The case in question is the one that appeared some 3 weeks back, where a father gave his children poison, and all those children happened to die at school. So such cases contribute to the well-being of our children. So they attack them negatively. But Mucha, we appreciate the effort that is taking to try its best to be able to deal with these social ills that are happening in our locality.
The monthly sessions they hold with their registered teenagers are both intimate and personal, while focusing on having candid conversations with the youngsters.
Today's session is going to be run by Sisimbali Masego and Sisnobantu Mtetwa. These are our 2 facilitators, and I would like for everybody to participate, ask questions, interrogate them, and remember, you don't always have to agree with everything that they say. So share your ideas, share your experiences, so that it can be a lovely session where we are all learning from each other.
During these sessions, the discussions are fun and very informative.
What influences behavior? Nthatile?
What influences behavior? It's how you treat yourself. For example, unhealthy diets. I eat godas and it's unhealthy for me and it's bad.
So you're taking it to the health side of things.
Since we are dealing with youth and teenagers, what we like to teach them from inside Mucha is them as kids, we want them to be good kids who can teach other kids from outside the good behavior. We want them when they walk on the street, they're not like the rest of the other world kids. They must be shown that they're from a certain organization that teaches them how to behave. Also, they must be able to be responsible about their lives, knowing the wrongs and the rights of things that they must do in life.
Mocha's impact in the Heidelberg community has also received attention from other foundations who have partnered with them in this great work.
We have taken them to a camp last year, November. And in that camp, we were talking about sexual and reproductive health. We were talking about mental health. And that is a yearly thing. Even this year, we are still going to go to camp. Recently, we had a successful career activation day where we made sure that we bring one of the well-known content and digital creators in Pumile Dwaba in that platform. So we were actually trying to also remove that stigma that we need to do only traditional careers that we know, doctor, nurse, and all these careers that we are doing.
The Mocha Foundation's evident bright future has some people wishing nothing but the best for the organization.
I love the fact that she creates safe space for young people, for them to have a sisterhood and a brotherhood, for them to learn so much more that our community do not have access to, for them to be prepared that when they go out there in the world, they are equipped enough. We are proud of you. We know that it's not easy. We know that, we can't change the world. But if you can change one teenage life, for me, you've done a marvelous job. Keep going. It's not easy, but if you have vision, and we've seen as a community that she does have vision, I know that Mocha will go far.
To Mocha, the word of encouragement that I could give is that they should not lose sight, they should not lose hope. We are here as a municipality and we are going to support them.
Each and every one of us has a story to tell. So what is yours? What Pretty did was take her own story growing up and turned it into a platform that can empower and uplift young people. I'd leave you with that question, but don't worry, we are back again next week, same time, same place. From myself and the rest of the team, goodbye.